Well, the mission ministry team is really influenced enormously by the MAP process, and that's redirecting a lot of our work now. And the first outcomes from the pilot churches are helping us to see actually what parish and MMAs are really needing, and therefore where we can most direct our resources here from the mission ministry team. Well, I think we face the challenge of the mixed economy, as Archbishop Rowan talks about, whereby we still need to allow conventional, regular church in its many forms to be as healthy and lively as possible. But alongside that, I think we're realising that there's great swathes of the population who don't really engage with that at the moment, for whom it's largely irrelevant and inaccessible. So we're needing to find new ways in which to engage through fresh expressions, through pioneer ministry. And so I think we're having to try and hold both together in as healthy a tension as we can. I think the parish system is still at the absolute heart of who we are as a diocese, and rightly so. It reminds us of that cure of souls we have, that commitment to everybody in our diocese, and it would be a great shame if we ever lost sight of that. Having said that, I think we do need to acknowledge that in a changing world, not everybody thinks geographically, not everybody is aware of the parish they're in, and therefore we do need to become wise and clever as to how to work with those networks that stretch beyond parish boundaries and in all manner of ways. Yeah, I think worship clearly is at the heart of what we are as human beings, and I think what we're learning is that we can live with many different forms of worship and valuing each one for what they are. So there is still, and I think always will be, the place for a much more traditional expression of worship. Alongside that, we're realising that there is a place for something that's more contemporary, that appeals to people who maybe aren't used to the liturgical framework that many of us have been brought up on. Likewise, now worship is happening during the week, and many people are finding actually that their place of belonging in terms of worship is in a midweek service, not on a Sunday at all. And of course there's a whole area of fresh expressions, so for some actually messy church, cafe church is the most natural worshipping experience for them. I think what we have learned is that so many people do visit churches. Our churches still are at the heart of so many communities and on many tourist maps, and many people will just stray into a church in visiting somewhere. So I think we need to do at least two things. One, we need to convey a sense of welcome. We actually need to consider, what does it feel like when you walk in for the first time into that building? Does it feel welcoming? Is it accessible? Are there signs there to direct them how to visit the place and to see it? But secondly, we need to remind them that it's the place where the living God is worshipped, and therefore consider how do we draw attention to that, how we can give them chances to sit, to be still, to use prayer within the building. They are great opportunities, our buildings. We must never lose sight of that, and we need to think hard how the occasional visitor can engage with God as they come across our doorsteps.